There's something exciting about hearing sounds that are familiar to you but used in unfamiliar ways. It just seemed like an opportunity to just reframe what that instrument could do. My name is Theodore Shapiro, and I scored the film The Roses.
For you, dear, I'd do anything.
I do believe that's true.
Oh my God!
Things are getting a little out of hand.
Well, you think?
I got started in music as a pianist at age 6. It was something that I just kind of immediately had a love for. I was a huge fan of film, and my friends and I would go to the movies all the time. From an early age, I started thinking about music and narrative, and that was really what I wanted to do. I started by scoring short films that friends of mine were making, until one of those students made a feature-length film, so that became my first feature. I met Jay around 2008.
My name is Jay Roach, and I directed The Roses. We started working on one of my favorite films that I've ever done called Dinner for Schmucks.
When Jay was making Dinner for Schmucks, he was looking for a composer. We had a meeting, and we hit it off.
When you would send something and I would say, oh, the tone of this is, you'd always go, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And you would then, within a half a day, it would come back, and I would go, oh my God, how did he?
A lot of it, it's in the chords. It's in the harmonies. Harmony is really telling you the story of the music.
The Roses, it's about a couple that you think they're the most enviable, funniest, and they can say the worst things to each other in that British insult way, but there might be something you should keep an eye on down the line, and Teddy's music does that so wonderfully.
When Jay and I started talking about the score, I would say we had different thoughts about where we wanted things to go.
It really is a romance, and it wants to start as being almost like a romantic comedy.
So I wrote a romantic theme that we both liked. The overall feeling of the music was just too sweet. So I just took it upon myself to present a different approach to really the first half of the score.
We ended up drifting more and more back to what Teddy's original instinct was.
Relying a little bit more on electric guitar and electric bass.
And he had a really great sensibility for what the undertow of the whole story should be.
That tonal shift, I think, fits a little bit better.
Teddy's just been perpetually evolving the instrumentation that he sometimes chooses. He finds these unique voices for the characters.
I wanted to explore the idea of using steel drums in an unusual way. That instrument is very happy and buoyant. I wanted to see if we could bring out the stranger side of the instrument. It has an unstable pitch, particularly in the lower range of the instrument. It can be kind of quirky and strange. That played with the idea of instability in that way.
What's amazing working with Teddy is he's such a good musician. When he's mocking up, he's playing every instrument, all played on keyboard.
I work here in this studio, and I create very realistic demos for what the music is going to sound like.
And you start to get addicted to that sound, and you think, what else could he offer?
Live musicians make all the difference in the world in a score. You just can't get that from the samples. Like, I hope that you can never get that from the samples, because making music like that is special, and it's a magical experience every time.
You get to work with some of the greatest musicians in the world, and they bring a whole other thing on top of what Teddy's done.
I wanted to have these themes that would express both the characters coming together and converging and then falling apart. And so we have this one theme that we referred to as the attraction theme that really has two musical lines that are converging together. As the movie shifts towards the characters falling apart, we have the dissolution theme, which is two notes that are kind of drifting apart as the theme proceeds. And it's a very simple idea, but sometimes simple ideas in film music can be effective.
Teddy came up with this one theme when we needed more suspense and more danger, where the couple starts to turn on each other.
The sabotage theme, it's got this bass line that feels dark and foreboding, and the melody is played on a piano that's run through a tremolando effect. It kind of has this slightly altered quality to it. And it has these jagged bursts of electric guitar with a very extreme setting that makes them kind of weird and wobbly.
It was incredible how it stepped up the whole intensity of the film several notches.
It just has a quality of wickedness to it.
With Teddy, it's a lot more of, oh, I think I know where you're going. How about this? And how about this? And there are so many chances to experiment and try unpredictable things.
The idea of repurposing the steel drum to mean something other than Caribbean music. It was something that I hadn't heard done in other scores.
It's just a very evolving and enriching experience.
The quirkiness of the instrumentation that kind of cues the audience that even though it's dark and has edge, it's also fun and it's okay to laugh at it.